Hello and welcome to BirdSports, the podcast where we discuss watching birds as a sport. Today, we'll be discussing the role that patience and absolute stillness plays in successful birding at the competitive and, dare I say, transcendent level. BirdSport is brought to you by Blackburnian Coffee, organic, fair trade, women-owned, fresh, locally micro-batch roasted coffee from Cleveland, Ohio. Order today at blackburniancoffee.com. Coffee so wholesome it warbles. Are you tired of coloring with color crayons? If you're a grown adult, you probably shouldn't be coloring with color crayons. Instead, discover a sense of deep personal fulfillment through work by getting a job. The remuneration procurement pros at Staff Invection International can connect you with patrolled hard labor that pays cold hard cash. Call Staff Invection International today and discover the deep sense of purpose one feels when every muscle in your body is sore from a hard day's travail. When you call, the Remuneration Procurement Pro will shoot straight and will not avoid telling you the truth that all the easy, high-paying jobs have long been taken and that you're probably overqualified for the available positions. But don't let that stop you from submitting your resume, cover letter, urine sample, DNA, and headshot to Staff Invection International. Currently available positions include Railroad Tie Mule, Drywall Stiltman, Circus Pack Mule, Structural Steel Erectors, Mule Breeder, Cement Mason, Derrick Operator, High-Rise Truss Hoist Women, Engine Block Hallman, and Preschool Teacher. Call Staff Invection International right now and get to work. We're here for the birds, but before we get into it, I have to share a discovery with you that is altering my universe. It's called Wax Cascade, and it's the answer. Install Wax Cascade in a peaceful part of your house or apartment and turn your living room into a world wonder. Wax Cascade's innovative design takes your favorite candles and spins them 140 degrees downward, allowing wax to drip from your ceiling to the Cascade base on the floor beneath it, and, with consistency and time, luxuriously scented wax mountains will grow in your living room. The best part is that Wax Cascade guarantees that your individual aptitude and competencies will increase with the size of your wax mountain if you burn Carissa's Charisma candles in your Wax Cascade setup. Carissa's Charisma candles are infused with genuine paraffin wax, real pine needles, and true affability. As these soul-enhancing mini candles cascade up the growing wax mountain range in your happy space, and as you breathe in the effervescent fumes filling your atmosphere with potential, your skin will begin to glow with a congenial aura of sincere likability, and you will gain competencies you've been lacking since birth. Order the Wax Cascade and Carissa's Charisma Candles Life Skill Enhancement Bundle today and receive a buyer's remorse protection plan at half price. Technology ever continues to march forward, and DFNKT Systems is leading the charge with their cutting-edge experimentation in the field of microcomputing and macro satisfaction. DFNKT Systems' cyber-diplomatic leadership in front-end, back-end, and deep categorization of atomic motherboard development has paved the way for technological advancement in every field. Buy one today. I could not be more excited to announce that BirdSports Studios has acquired and totally corporately taken over the BirdStalker network and is proud to introduce extreme sports reporter Jim Shoebill to the BirdSports Studios team. I'm going to send you over to Jim in Tinky Truffle's studio number 6 to give us the rundown on what's been happening in the insane world of high-level sports birding. What's the news over in BirdSports world, Jim?
Hello, this is Jim Shoebill with BirdStalker Sport Report. As usual, bird athletes around the world have been birding hard and breaking records big and small. Buckle in for some highlights. Elite bird athlete Brandon Best has been systematically painting the state of Texas red on his eBird maps and has very nearly ticked birds in all 254 counties in his oversized state. Jaden Bowen discovered 8 Swainson's hawks at a controlled bird site in eastern Iowa, allowing area birders to tick this hard-to-pull species on their county lists. Rachel Kaiser just hit the big lifeless 500 with a self-found scissor-tailed flycatcher. Manny Salas scored the furthest north record of the Ridgway's osprey subspecies ever recorded on eBird in Brevard County, Florida, while nabbing some stunning pictures to boot. Bird athlete Nathaniel Sharp landed a county-first white-winged dove and generously shared the glory of this experience with doles of fellow dove appreciators that showed up to tick this exquisite cactus dweller. Luke Robertson had the chase of a lifetime when he set out at 10 o'clock at night to chase a hard-to-find in-county eastern whippoorwill that was reported calling several miles from his house. Luke didn't even make it from his door to his car before he heard a second eastern whip calling his own name in Luke's front yard. In an act of sheer bird athleticism, Luke was able not only to identify the bird by ear, but to visibly locate this camouflage nightjar high up in a tree in the dark. Luke was able to appreciate this bird until it moved on and then just simply turn around and return to his couch victorious. And Doug Whitman casually grabbed red crossbills by ear while spending an afternoon lazily sipping coffee and doing homework on the front porch. These dedicated birders have been working up and down the map to seek out and identify exquisite birds across the world. Very, very impressive. Back to you, Rodney.
BirdStalker Sport Report is brought to you by Highway Signs. Highway signs are made of highly reflective solid metal to endure decades of wind, rain, hail, and snow while brightly pointing millions of vehicles in the right direction both day and night. Highway signs have mastered the art of brevity, speaking critical, life-saving messages with very few words, if any at all. If you have not expressed your gratitude for Highway signs today, stop and give thanks. Now let's talk birding in silence. Some people try to find the birds, but my advice, let the birds find you. First though, I have to let you know that this method only works in proportion to your depth of kindness and integrity of character, because the birds know. If you are a sincerely good and kind person, try this. Step out into a forest, preferably in complete camouflage and in complete silence. You'll have to be prepared to spend several days in perfect stillness and perfect silence. Find a comfortable position, settle in, and smile. You can leave your binoculars at home because if you do this right, you're not going to need them. If you're a genuinely good person, the birds will eventually perch on your shoulders and sing softly into your ears. They'll preen in your hands and nest in your lap. After several days, you will no longer be seeing birds. You will know them, and they will know you. After several weeks, you will no longer remember who you are, and it is at that point that you have become bird. But if you're not such a good person, no worries. Fake it with T.O. Cinnamon Powder. Based on extensive research by the Brothers Against Learning, birds have a difficult time discerning the difference between genuine integrity and cinnamon powder. So if you've done some bad things lately, rub on some T.O. Cinnamon Powder and achieve the same transcendent bird experience as one who has reached glowing perfection. In just a moment, Milford Tanager will be sharing with us a poem he's written about birding in the rain, but first, don't embarrass yourself. Get Superfly Zipper Lock before you enter society again. Superfly Zipper Lock is a padlock for your pants. Quit examining that zipper and lock that thing in place with a Superfly Zipper Lock today.
Hello, and welcome to the Inky Plume. I'm your host, Milford Tanager. Please, breathe deeply and enter into this moment to experience a poem titled Mixed with Tears. Zips and flashes of oil pastel color. Paint dripping willow jewelry as I blink atmospheric water from my eyes. Steady precipitation silences all song and dark shadows shoot by. Foot level apparitions moving toward deep cover. My feet follow, curious and fast. Push through the brush as vegetation pours bowls down through denim into my shoes. Deeper and darker into the forest. My feet in consecutive baptism push forward. What to find but shadows? A bat cave of shadows in the underbrush. A world unknown to the dry and typical. A nautical world above land where we drip and wait. Mixed with Tears by Milford Tanager.
The Inky Plume is brought to you by Tire Seed, Styro Bagels, the Licking County Gravy Diggers, the CAGYM, Tall Mallard Overall Tailors, Whack-A-Molar, and Blaine's Purple Pizza. Not the color purple, the feeling purple. Well, that's our show. BirdSport could not happen without our Patreon members generously finding more ways to cut their own personal budgets to increase their monthly donations. If you're not yet a Patreon member, I'm not gonna say shame on you, but I'm definitely gonna think it. Members at the $25 a month tier are now receiving weekly midnight monologues straight from me to you, in which who knows what I'll ramble on about. Be sure to like, subscribe, and bring BirdSport to your next business meeting and let your employees know that there will be severe consequences if they don't listen, subscribe, and buy everything we mention on the show the same way you do. We'll see you next time. Until then, make sure you buy more soda shakers and listen to Asteroids and Steroids, the function of these feelings of simultaneous attraction and hatred toward each other until you gently fall asleep, way before your bedtime. Bye.